It's been 26 years since Lehman's pride has decimated the men of the glass continent. A generation has passed and the old heroes have yielded to time. The young have come to test their will against the realm and have their names remembered. Their blood shall mix upon the field of battle, making them sister and brother. The time has come to tell the story. Gather round, weary travelers, and hear the tale of how the realm was tamed and fear was conquered. Let us tell you the days of high adventure.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, this is Steve, your Master of Dungeons. We're going on to the next session today. We're going to do a quick recap. Hit me.
Oh, hi. Yes. Last time you saw us, we were on a boat heading back to the City of Glass. People were sick. It was really fun times. Talked to Namdu a bit, and we decided to turn him into the guild. Coram said that we should hang around and see what kind of punishment she had in store for him, or what would happen to him. She didn't say she would punish him directly. So we decided to, just explore the town and do some shopping. So we went down into the bottom of the guild. We got some magical items. Pearl went out and found herself a super cool riding steed named Spot. It's the cutest little doggy ever. And Jules bought herself, with the help of Penny, of course, bought herself a little mephit named Little Smokey, who I'm sure is going to be the nicest and the best companion for all of us. We also decided on our next course of action after we see the suffering of Namdu. We are going up to meet the old man Catan in Glutigum Swamp, and we're going to help them defeat some Sturges. Now we're going to find Namdu, maybe.
So yeah, when we left it, Jules was just finishing up with Little Smokey, and at this point you can do whatever you want. So you have a couple days if you just want to chill out in town, if there's anything you want to get done, have a little downtime.
I think I did what I needed to do.
Was it a couple days or was it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, things are going to go down probably in town, but...
We have the rest of the day.
Right. I mean, you have time to downtime, or you can just get right up to the next thing. Totally up to you.
I'm good to go. Penny's ready to prove herself.
Patricia's ready, but also really wants to see what happens to Namdu.
I mean, you'll always find out when you come back to town, too.
I make a point to go to the kitchen and grab a piece of meat, and I open my change purse. My little scorpion that keeps the keys, or keeps the coins. What's his name again, or what is he called?
You can give it a name. Go for
All
it.
right. Clinker? Is that
Clinker?
what somebody
Sure.
said? Yeah, Clinker.
Clinker.
So I go to the kitchen and I get some meat. I open my change purse and I give Clinker a piece of meat.
Okay, you open up your change purse and you feel like a little rumble. You drop like a chicken bone in there, and Clink just grabs onto it and like starts biting it like a finger, and then figures out that it's meat, and then just starts gnawing at it. And then a little bone goes flying out of your
Nice.
coin purse.
All right.
And then it kind of like grabs the edge of the coin purse and pulls it closed again.
Perfect. Is there a larger library in town than what the guild has?
There is a royal library, but you have to get access to that.
How does one obtain access to the Royal Library?
Generally, you have to be some type of scholar or mage or get special access.
Am of noble background. I hold a position of privilege. Does that give me any access?
Can I disguise as a scholar?
All things are possible in an infinite universe.
All right. Help you out.
As far as the noble goes, where were you nobly located? Weren't you on the islands to the east?
I was in an island of Canneray.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to
Wouldn't be recognized here.
transcribe over. I mean, it'll definitely, in your demeanor, will definitely come up as noble, but there's a difference between nobles and scholars.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a good idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't like transcribe over.
No, I just thought I'd ask.
No.
Okay.
It's like the difference between a politician and a professor.
Yes, I get it. And I would like to say to Pearl, I want to be able to talk to Little Smokey. I think it'll end up being really useful. If in your abilities to disguise yourself or something you come across, I'm specifically looking for a book that can teach me. His language was just Auron and Ignan.
Onrog and
Auran.
Orin.
Orin?
Orin.
Yeah. And Ignan.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking for books on that. If you
I'm always down for the challenge if we can find out where this royal library is.
do you guys mind if Pearl and I do something for a quick minute?
No, not at all.
I'm pretty sure you're both talking about two very different escapades to the library, but have fun.
What were you doing over there? Oh, feeding the lock lurker?
Yes.
Got it.
The lock lurker
That evil little
is
thing.
That's the creature's name.
Clinker.
Just
But
don't,
you name
don't
it
let it
Clinker.
bite me or anybody else ever again.
Well, Clinker doesn't have any money to take care of right now. It literally has an IOU in there that says IOU penny, 310 gold. So I have to feed it.
Maybe I should keep him.
He's good. He's fine. Do you want to keep it as collateral for the 310 IOU?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So I hand you over my little book. He needs fed at least like once a day. So you got to put some meat in there.
Okay, I'll feed him.
He jumps into your pouch, does a Scrooge McDuck in there. Very happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Awesome.
we're headed to the secret library, whatever it's called.
The
The
Royal
Royal
Library.
Royal
It's
Library.
it's kind of a mocking title. I don't know if you
Okay.
get that, but it's fine. So you-
Okay, so I'm going to disguise myself as I think it'd be better if I disguise myself as a noble.
Sure. Are you both
Well,
going together or not?
I am gonna go, but I'm not gonna go in with her. I'm gonna go near it. So like, is there like a coffee shop across the street where I can watch her go in and
I'm
out?
sure there's a tavern of some kind.
Sure. So I'm gonna sit on the street and just watch her go in and out. And
Before I leave you, I need to write these names down. I will forget.
okay,
Orin.
Auren and Ignan, Ignan. Language books.
IGN.
Ignan.
G.
N-E-N.
Okay.
So he did say that scholars need to get in there, not nobles.
Not nobles, just scholars.
Yeah, just scholars.
Okay, I guess I will disguise myself as a scholar. We'll see how this goes.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a disguise roll.
Okay.
Who deception?
Disguise roll. Deception. I think I'm good at deception.
Surprise, surprise.
That'll be 13.
13. Okay.
It's
Okay.
not very strong.
She
Can I
doesn't
help
know,
her in this at all?
she doesn't know she's at
You don't
13.
know
So, yeah. I guess you could look in a mirror and see where, like, get a visual.
All right, I'll look at the mirror. What do
I
I
think you're kind of passable, but
I give her a little ink mark under her chin. Like, you know, where if they're writing with felt pens or something, then they wipe their chin a little
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
bit. Tousle her hair.
We'll see what happens.
You're unkept.
Okay. So you both start heading to the Regent's Keep.
Yep.
Okay, in the center of glass. So you start walking over there. It is this huge tower structure. As far as most of the structures in town, you know, they've kind of been melted at a certain angle and point. This one pretty much got kind of a 100-foot height, which is kind of better than the rest of the structures around it. As you walk up, it's basically guarded by 4 women. They all wear gray, blue, looks like thin clothing, and underneath you can see some kind of really tight chain that they wear. They're wearing shields that are pointed downwards, and they're all gold and silver. And they have short spears at their side, like a multiple brace of at least 20 of them. And some of them have a thin rope tied around them. And they're not standing like stalwart and stiff. They're kind of like leaning back and just kind of shooting the shit with each other and just
So
talking to each
halfling
other.
scholar.
So you're walking up to those women?
So what does my dog do when I'm just downtime? Follow me around.
If that's what you want.
Can I use him as a sightseeing dog? Like I'm blind.
You can try to pull that off if you want.
Are you
Well, then I
going
would
into
go to
a
the
library?
Hold on, I'm trying to think.
Sorry.
Oh, you should have let that fall in place.
No.
Wait, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do here.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
can
can
I
have-
leave the dog with?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say I
that's
can
fine.
use the dog.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave the dog with Jules.
It's well trained.
And then, do I have any books on me? Period.
I mean, obviously you're a scholar. I think you should be walking in with some.
What books do you have?
I don't think I have any books. So I don't really steal books. I have
Okay.
books of like knives and assassination.
I mean, we can take a couple from like I'm sure the guild has some like Bibles in their in their nightstands or something like that. You know,
The Gideons
the
and
You're gonna
equivalent.
have,
in
you're
the
gonna
desk
have
drawer?
to go back and get them then, because you're
Yeah.
already standing in front.
All right,
of
I'm just
the-
gonna walk up to them.
You walk up and they're kind of giggling at each other, shooting the shit. One of them comes forward, squats down on her knees, looks at you, goes, "Hello, little one."
I do not like being called little.
Well, you are little and you are one, so you are a little one.
Well, these tall folks.
Give me a knowledge history there, real quick. 9. It's pretty common knowledge. The women you're talking to are ladies of court. Basically, their job is to defend the regent. If they give their life for her, it would be the ultimate. Basically, it would mean immediate status for their families.
What's the queen's name?
She is sister of Lehman, so she's actually a Lehman as well. Mainly, they don't really give out their first names. So
Okay.
she's Regent Lehman.
Okay. Regent Lehman.
Yeah.
All right. So they were talking to me, and now what?
Nothing. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
she
continue
squatted
walking
down.
through the door
No,
like I
no,
do.
the door's closed.
Okay.
So she squatted down in front of you and said, "Hello, little one." And
I
then
said I don't like being called little.
right, and then she reiterated the fact that you were both little and one. So you were a little one.
All right.
Okay.
So I am here to look into the library. May I get some access, please?
She stands up and says, "No,
Why not?
because you don't belong here.
But I am a scholar.
You are not a scholar."
I am a very well-known scholar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your dissertation on?
My dissertation was on history.
History.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so she kind of goes over to one and she says, "Do me a favor and grab me one of the headmasters, and we'll go ahead and start checking this out." And they all start kind of shifting their stance. So whereas they kind of look laid back before, they get into what looks like some kind of ready stance. You see some of them shifting spears in their holsters and kind of squaring their shoulders. Things are, like the smile on their face has gone from gentle amusement to starting to go to serious.
Okay. All right. Well, I was like, well, I will come back with my higher scholars, and maybe we can get access into the library.
You should do that.
Okay. Peace.
Wow. Why is a library so protected?
It's not just the library. You have to go into the grounds,
The
the
royal
regent's
library.
grounds.
Can someone tell me what dissertation means?
Dissertation is a paper that you've written for your final thesis. Like, it's basically a thought that you defend.
Yeah, it's how you get
It's like
your
the-
doctorate or master's. You have to defend your thesis, basically.
So I just carry that around with me?
No, but you should be able to dictate it back and forth because you've had to defend it to like a council of 10 of your peers.
All right. Well, that did not work.
So
Go back
they
to
are,
school.
as you're
I-
walking away with your roguish abilities, you see that their eyes are locked on you the entire time you're walking away.
Okay.
Okay.
I turn and I walk like the same direction on the other side of the street with her dog.
Okay.
And I mean, apparently she knows not to cross and come to me. But like, when
Yeah.
we get out
Does
of,
she?
well, I mean, if she knows she's in half trouble, she wouldn't walk over and just join me and her dog.
Would she? I don't know. Pearl, what would Pearl do?
I mean, I already know there was some bad vibes there. That's why I left. So, I'm a trained assassin, so that I feel like they're watching me. I know that part too.
Right. That's why I told you.
But other than that, I'm just gonna continue walking on the other side of the street. And
Go back to
yeah,
Base.
well, I think maybe go into the tavern.
Sure.
And then unchange from what I was wearing
No problem.
and throw it in my backpack and then go back on. Stay in the tavern. I'm gonna stay in the tavern for like a few minutes, have a beer. Then I'll leave
Okay. Coming out looking like yourself or somebody
by
else?
myself.
Okay.
And then meet back wherever we were staying.
You're in the tavern across the street from the gate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you walk out, you see those eyes are locked back on you once again.
Okay.
So that's a natural 20 in case you're curious.
So I'm just gonna like look at Jules kind of and just like kind of like nod her off, and then just hopefully she gets my hint.
Yep, I'll just
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
keep
Right.
walking.
And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay. What are you shopping for?
I'm gonna try to find. Okay, what's like nearby? Like
Right now, you're close to the palace, which means you are in the noble quarter.
Are there lots of people around?
Not particularly. The people that are around are generally people that are bringing different types of shipments or things like that to different houses. But there's no real street traffic. All the street traffic is carriages and things like that.
Okay. Can I see if I can like sneak away from them? See if they like somehow like get lost in like one of the stores or jump on a carriage or something like that?
The women aren't following you. Once you cut around the corner,
They don't see me anymore?
They don't see you anymore. They don't
Okay.
go after you or anything.
All right. So then I'm just going to take that road off, and then I'm going to go meet back up with everybody.
Okay, so you're trying to lose yourself in the crowd
Yeah.
and hustle and bustle. Sure,
I don't want to see where I was headed.
Sure, give me a deception real fast.
All right. So I rolled a 17.
Okay. Okay. Give me a perception.
13.
You see a woman that's kind of trailing you through the streets. It looks like you almost lost her by jumping onto a cart and like hiding behind it, but she managed to track you through there.
Okay. Do I see anything in this cart that I'm in?
Looking over it, it looks like fruits, vegetables, looks like a big bag of wool. But she is kind of tracking you as you're going on the cart.
Okay. And I like crawl up into the cart, like so it's like in these carts, so they're like open, so I can like jump in with the driver.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump in with the driver. Try not to. I'm gonna tap him and be like, I'm just gonna hang out here, and then hand him 10 gold.
Okay. He looks up, he goes, and he looks at the gold, he goes, yeah. And like shrugs, takes the gold, just keeps going.
Okay.
Okay.
And then she can't be going this fast. Of
Correct.
course. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But she is running very fast, like supernaturally fast.
Oh, great. Look at this trouble I'm in, guys.
What's new?
Yeah.
I was trying to do everyone a favor this time.
You're trying to
By
do us a
lying and
favor.
cheating?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I thought this was my job in this guild.
Okay.
All right, but you're not here, so anyways.
Follow your heart.
All right, so I'm just gonna stay on with this carriage and try to keep my eye on what's going on behind me.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a deception. No, actually, give me a stealth roll this time.
9. Wait, I don't roll ones, right?
Correct.
Right. I need to reroll.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. And give me a perception roll.
12 plus 3, 15.
15. Okay. So as you're going through the cart, you just kind of like slide your way down and just jump off, hiding through an alley, switching around. You look around, you don't think she's following you.
Okay. In the alleyway, I'm just gonna like try to disguise myself as like a little girl.
Sure. Give me a deception. Or, yeah.
I roll 2s either.
Yes.
All right,
Definitely
5.
all twos.
5.
Okay. So you look like you're pigtail little girl, not the same one from your previous escapade, but a different
All
one.
right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna make my way back to the group.
Sure. So you head back to the guild house, which I assume is where everybody is.
Yep.
In walks this small little girl. It's very obviously Pearl.
They know me, okay?
Even
Hey,
if they
Pearl.
didn't know you, it's like, okay. So yeah, Pearl walks in.
Am I there in the lobby?
I would assume you were all in the guild hall eating. So yeah, you see Pearl walk in.
What did you do?
Ask Jules.
Great. At least I'll get an honest answer.
I
What's
just
up?
wanted to try to find a book to talk to Little Smokey, and I just wanted to see if she could check it out for me.
Check
So
it
I
out.
try to convince myself.
Well, you wanted this one to hand transcribe a book to speak a new language, or
Or just, actually check it out. If she could go in and bluff her way into being a scholar. Like, I wasn't trying to do anything bad. I just want knowledge. I didn't
I
know
don't-
that it was going to be so hard to gain knowledge
what
in
does
this
she mean?
city.
What does check it out mean?
I don't think that's how this library works. I don't think you get to take the books. I,
I
think
was
you
going
go
to
in and
steal
use
the
the
book.
What
book.
kind of
Yes.
book can you not take out?
Many books actually in a world where books are not.
There's only one
yeah.
of each.
There aren't a lot of books.
I mean, is there a good?
Well,
is
long
there
story
a
short, I
Gutenberg
was going to
printing
steal
press
the
in this
book.
world or not?
There are no printing presses, but there are abbots whose whole job is to transcribe other books. But they only do it with like religious tombs or things that are like substantial natures of magic, things like that.
Do I know if there's anywhere where I could accrue these books for her without getting us into trouble?
Can we just buy one?
Not really. I mean, you
Not
could try to,
Ignan, but Orin. Can I buy a book on Orin?
You could try to find a merchant, but it's very doubtful that language book's just going to be there. He's going to have to go search for it. It might be there when you come back for the next. But
Okay.
it's going to take a down payment, and then he's going to have to go look for it. And he's going to have to send out messages for it. All that stuff.
It's okay.
Jules needs a side hustle.
I just thought that I would give. It sounded something very pearlish, and we had downtime. That's all.
I completely agree. I thought it would be a great idea. She just
I
did
just
not
am
roll
not a
very
very
well.
convincing scholar. Okay.
Yeah, she just did not roll very well. I totally dig the whole thing.
But anyways, I'm going to explain to everybody what happened on my little adventure, just in case it comes to bite us in the butt later. So I went in to try to convince them that I was a scholar. Didn't understand what they were trying to ask me. Failed miserably. They started getting all ruffled up, so I tried to run away, hid in the tavern, came back out. They were still following me. Jumped on a cart, gave some guys some 10 gold. Still following me. Lady was running really fast, guys.
Was it the same lady who was in front of the temple?
In front of what temple?
Sorry, was it the same lady who was guarding the gate? Was she?
It was one of the ladies, yes.
It was one of those
Yes.
four. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know they're historically they're super fast.
Yeah, that sounds normal.
Oh, okay, good to know. And anyways,
Unusual, but normal.
I went down this alleyway, disguised myself as a little girl, apparently not so well because you guys knew who I was, and here I am.
Yeah, you didn't do a good job of disguising like your face.
Didn't have a mirror.
No, that's okay.
Okay. So what are we doing at this point?
You guys hungry? I mean, there's food.
I'm definitely hungry after that.
Okay.
Aren't halflings like always hungry?
I don't know. I don't have much growth spurt, so
Where does that all go? Ah, it's
Okay.
canon now.
Yes, it is. Right to the caboose. Okay. So you have a normal dinner. Nothing crazy goes on. What is the plan? Are we going to be heading out soon? Or are we going to try to stick around and see what happens in town? Or
I'm ready to hit the road.
okay, fine
I'm
with
gonna
that.
feed Spot some food up my plate before I
Sure.
leave.
Yeah.
I'll feed the lock lurker.
Okay. Locklear doesn't eat that much, but he'll definitely.
You
nibble
know,
it.
like just a little snack.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else anybody's doing before we go? Do you want to try to get that book stuff rolling or not? When you
She
get
doesn't
back?
have any money.
Oh, yeah.
Money.
That happens. Okay. So
How much would a health potion run?
I think you bought out all the health potions over there.
Did I? I don't have any health potions. Do I have the health potions?
Somebody bought out
I
the
have
ones
4
over there.
health kits,
So do I.
Yeah, we have healers kits.
Yeah, I have 4 healing kits too.
That's
and I have
short
one of
rest.
cure wounds.
I don't have
Right.
any health
I have
potions.
2 potions of healing
Oh, you have two?
and 1 potion of extra healing.
Yeah.
Oh, she might have bought
I
one.
believe so.
Okay, never mind.
They're for whoever goes down in our group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure we had some.
Okay. So you have a nice relaxing rest in your cells. Next day comes up, you go and get provisioned. Are you going by boat or are you going by land?
Well, considering we have that one with us, we should probably go by cart.
Let's go by land. I think it'll be a bit more pleasant for everyone.
I don't need Jules barfing the whole time.
Okay. What are you provisioning? Are you provisioning like a gypsy's cart to sleep in? Are you provisioning like a supply cart? Are you just going to take horses? What's the
What's
plan?
faster, boat or land?
Boat's always faster.
I say we just get the nicest wagon we can borrow from the guild.
Sure. I mean, they have tons. Are you looking
Yeah.
for like a sleeping wagon?
Yeah, we want to sleep. Well, at least 2 of us at a time. We don't need that many supplies. We'll just buy whatever we need on the road.
We know the terrain though too, right? So would a wagon be suitable for the terrain that we're going?
The road
through?
the whole way there, right?
The wagon will get you there most of the way, but you know at some point it turns into swamp, so you're gonna have
Okay.
to ditch it. And
We would
I
have to
think-
ditch the boat too. at some
Okay,
point.
I want to bring a sled too then, just in case, to pull stuff on,
right,
just in case.
and you shouldn't need that much, but yeah, it's always good to have. Okay, sure. So new day dawns. You talk to Tom, the quartermaster, and wake him up. He gets you provisioned with everything you want. If there's anything else you want to get before you go, let me know.
How many days is it?
Gauging by the map, you think it'll take about 3 weeks, probably, if you're going by land.
Okay. Then we'll take enough food for
3 weeks.
I
Yeah, you can
guess.
fit that.
Sure.
Just a water barrel on the back with food on top. Okay, everyone give me perception checks.
That's a 1.
20.
20.
Rolled a 12. 19. But hold on, I don't remember what was. 14.
14. Okay. So the Trissa is the only one that notices a woman.
19 didn't get it.
Nope, 20 is the target. Sorry. +6 stealth, 14 on the dice. Is the only one that notices a woman kind of in a shabby cloak, but underneath of it you can see very fine dress. She's watching you as you load up the wagons, and then she kind of heads off.
She just observes and then leaves.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is Atrissa staring at her?
You're sharing this information.
I will when she's gone.
Okay, you hit on the wagon. Start heading out. Who's driving?
Me.
Okay, Pearl's in the driver's seat.
I'm gonna keep an active eye out for any more people following.
Sure.
Spot's hanging out inside the wagon with everybody. Guys feeding him treats.
Yeah, I'm scratching his belly. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna get in the wagon with little Smokey and see about how we can start communicating.
Okay,
Spot sees Smokey and starts growling.
that makes sense.
I think the dog should walk.
That is rude.
No, burn off some energy for him. It would,
The
it would be
horse
kind
can.
of
How fast can a horse walk?
Well, you're not riding hard. You're just
Yeah,
riding.
we're just walking. It's just
Yeah.
pulling the cart. It's not. We're not galloping.
With a wagon.
With
Are
the
you
wagons.
are you kicking Spot out of the wagon?
I'm just suggesting that the Saint Bernard sized dog
It's
not
a Doberman. No,
take
it's a-
up
Yeah.
place. What? Oh, it's a Doberman.
Mhm.
Is it like a tuck sized
Yeah.
Doberman? I guess it's okay.
It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you guys want to do.
I mean,
I'm
shouldn't the dog walk though?
Needs exercise.
Negative.
I mean,
He gets
technically,
lots of
we can
exercise
have,
in
technically
battle.
we can have people walk next to the cart
Right.
as well.
Okay. We'll just assume that the dog walks at some points and also is on the cart at some
We'll trade
points.
out.
Okay,
We'll trade out.
that's fine. Okay, so you start on the road out, head out of the city, make your way through. You're not really having an issue. These are well patrolled roads. You see guards going through every couple hours. They give you the nod when they see your rings and continue on.
Before we get too far from town, I'm gonna be like, by the way, Pearl, before you go fucking with anything else, you should probably think really hard about it because they're still watching you.
Same people.
Same people. Or at least, I'm assuming, I don't know, I didn't see them before, but somebody's still watching you. They're gone now, but just a heads up.
Let's just say you explain how they look to me.
Yeah.
Is this the same lady?
Oh, yeah.
Keep your head down. Just for a little bit.
Okay. So you make your way out of town. You're on the Regent's Road. There's definitely patrols. It's very safe. And during this time where you're traveling, this 3 weeks, you're gonna try to ingratiate yourself to Little Smoky more. Anybody else doing anything else I need to know about?
So after about an hour in the cart, I approach Pearl. I'm like, hey, you having fun up there?
Yeah.
I'll take over. Good job.
Rude.
And I just try to like edge my way up there onto the driver's seat.
Okay.
Okay, you butt shuffle her out of the way. That's fine.
Me and Spot are gonna walk,
That's fine.
Perfect.
and I'm gonna keep my eye out and see if I see this lady still following or whatever.
Sure.
Do I see anything?
Go ahead and give me perceptions. Anybody wants to look?
Pearl? Ooh, I'm actively looking.
15.
26.
Don't really spot anything on your way out of town. So
Cool.
Okay, you make your way out. You start traveling. These roads are safe, so you're not really going to have any issues. Are you planning on sleeping in the wagon, or like riding till dusk, sleeping in the wagon, or stopping at small villages before nightfall and sleeping in
I
inns?
say we stop before nightfall.
I mean, why waste time? Just stop. There's 4 of us.
I'm down
2
to
sleep and 2 drive.
Okay, so you're going to have a night shift.
Yeah.
Okay, go during the evening. That's fine. So if you're going to ride day and night, that's fine. That'll cut the travel time in half if that's what your plan is. The horses will need to rest though, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rude. You don't like animals, obviously.
Faster!
Okay.
Well, my family always had stable people
Yeah.
to handle this sort of thing.
That's
Sorry.
That's true.
Okay.
Actually, we don't know that.
So we'll assume you're just giving the horses about 8 hours of rest every day instead of the typical 16-hour rest during the day.
Okay.
Sure. So that definitely will cut your travel
So
time.
when they're resting, can I
We
try
will.
to make poison?
You have to have an alchemy lab. It would be very difficult to do it while traveling.
How can I make it without an alchemy lab?
You cannot.
You can find natural poisons if you
Yeah.
look along the way that we're walking. Some things like poisonous mushrooms or
Frogs, snakes,
frogs.
spiders.
Would I have this knowledge to
Spiders.
make all that stuff?
Well, you need to distill that. That's the problem. If you find a creature that already has a very potent poison, you can use survival to try to extract that. I mean, you can collect stuff as you go, but not unless the poison's already concentrated. You need an alchemy lab to do that.
Okay, gotcha. Let's wait.
So continue on. It only takes you about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get where you're going. You get to the edge of where the swamp is, and then you need to detour off the road. I assume you're going to go south, unhitch the wagon from the horses, and just start heading cross country.
We should have brought somebody to stay with our horses.
Wait, are you bringing the horses in the swamp or not?
Can we?
Here, can
It doesn't seem smart.
For a while. I mean, you don't want to have a Tragu situation.
Oh, that would be.
You're dead to me.
I'm just letting you know.
I mean, we brought horses to a swamp. It's gonna happen.
Well, is there anyone that lives in this area?
Not really. I mean, you can definitely... horses, you can just hobble and leave them with feed. It's not really an issue.
I would also like to cast Flock of Familiars.
Okay, so that only lasts an hour.
Okay. Well, as we're arriving in the swamp,
Okay.
I mean, isn't that what you should do to keep like a lookout of things and scout out ahead of you?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you're trying to find a house in the swamp. You have general directions of where to go. So
Yeah. If we are nearing where we think we are
Uh-huh.
going, like if I'm nearing the end, obviously if I know that we have a couple days walk, I'm not going to do it. But
Sure.
as we near,
yeah, when you go off road, you have about a 2 to 3 day walk from the road down through the swamp.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so you start heading out that way. Sleep at night. Starts to get really muggy and smelly, like old wet socks. And it only continues. As you reach about day 3, you cast Flock of Familiars. You have them basically go out in their mile radius and start scouting out. You're not going to have really any issues spotting the cabin because it's pretty much the only real structure around. And you start heading that way. Okay, so we're heading up to the cabin, and
I also send one of my familiars, of which I haven't decided on their form quite yet.
sure.
So I will just reserve that and say they're small little balls for the moment, little balls of light. And
Sure.
Ball sacks.
They just go rest on each one of your shoulders. I have 3, right?
Yep.
So each one of you get just a little ball, and it's more like a bouncy ball, not a ball sack.
No, it's
It's a
not
little
the You're
bird.
teabagging us.
Oh my god. Okay, fine then. It is literally one ball of a ball sack on each one of your shoulders. Thank you.
Oh, that's awkward.
It's really degrading.
How are they going to fly? How do they move? Do they just roll onto themselves? And
They're.
I think
It's
so
like
squishy.
it's like a hamster in a clear ball,
Oh,
you know?
God.
Yes.
She
no,
rolls around.
Yes.
I don't think that should be canon. I'm sorry.
Only for this episode.
Well, yeah, I will decide what form they take in a bit, but
Can you just make
considering
them birds? I mean,
I
I assume you want to have them fly so you can do reconnaissance.
bats, birds, moths,
Dragonflies,
cockroaches.
butterflies.
I'll do dragonflies. Sure, I'm dragonborn. Why not have dragonflies?
Okay,
Sure.
great.
Okay, so
Much
you
better.
Ooh, they have
Hairy
cool
ball sack.
eyes.
yeah, you have your
Isn't
3
it really
dragonflies go out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most balls are hairy. Let's shape.
Yeah.
There's razors or shader balls here.
Magic. Prestidigitation.
Unseen servants, they shave ball sacks.
All a man needs
Any simple
to
task.
keep his space tight and right.
Did Keith have that open?
I don't know. We never got into that. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to it. So you start scouting out around day 3 where you think you're looking for. You definitely spot a cabin.
I'm sorry. In the city of Glass, are there barbershops that say we manscape with prestidigitation?
Well, there's no.
There are now.
The male to female ratio is kind of low, so I don't know
That's
if there's
true.
like a
I
heavy
mean,
manscape.
technically, it would be Brazilian then.
True.
Still gotta trim those hedges.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, we just made $1 million
Yeah,
idea.
we'll have to get into that later. Okay, so you do locate the cabin and you start heading out that way. Yeah? Okay, plodding through the swamp. As you're heading that way, you start to hear a very strange noise. It sounds like singing, but worse. That makes sense to you?
Great.
Okay. So as you continue forward, and you're basically starting to come up into the cabin. So, as you first heard that bellowing, you just assumed it was some kind of swamp creature like an alligator or a frog or something like that. But now it sounds like someone in agonizing pain. All right, you find a little clearing, and as you pass through the basically swamp bushes, you're looking down about 100 yards. So you see a cabin of stonework. It looks like the local stones have been used to create it, and it has like a little bit of a sagging roof. There's a little bit of moss growing on it. Next to it, there's a very large black iron tub. Underneath it, there's a small fire going. You see a very old-looking man with a large amount of facial hair and one leg hanging out of the tub, just kind of bellowing at the top of his lungs. In his left hand, he has what looks to be a cigar. It's just cartoonishly huge. And the reek that's coming out of it, it just gives you nausea just smelling it from the 100 yards away that you are.
Does it smell like swamp weed?
It smells worse than swamp weed. If that makes any sense.
I have the breathe air and water.
Yeah. Let me finish the description. Next to him, there looks to be about 20 mushrooms, and the mushrooms are bouncing left and bouncing right while singing along with the old man. But they are way off key, as is the old man.
Are we tripping balls?
I don't think so. All things are possible, but not in this situation. Okay.
So I cast breathe air or water. What is it? The breathe air?
Breathe air, I believe. So you
Breathe-
can breathe underwater, yeah. Create your
Well,
little
yeah,
masks.
just creates an air bubble.
Yep.
Just so in case anything noxious comes our way, we have an air bubble mask in front of our faces.
It doesn't really work like that, but we'll go with it.
Can we make it that way?
Not really, but it's fine. In case you get in the water, it'll last for 8 hours.
Well, I'm not thinking about water. I'm thinking about noxious fumes from
Understood.
spores and things that can make us go crazy.
Gotcha. So as you pass by, you hear him saying, "And there's a man in the den, and a man in the down in the pit with the fire." But the mushrooms are singing around with him at a high pitch. So, anything you want to do at this point?
How far are we? What's our
You're about 100 feet away, 100 yards away. Yeah,
Feet? Yards.
Yards. Sorry,
Okay,
yards, not
100
feet.
yards. So you guys think that's old man Catan?
Yep.
I don't know what to think of the mushrooms, but I mean, they don't look harmful.
Just give them a wide berth. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Okay, start heading towards them. Or are you
Yeah.
staying where you are?
Yeah.
Am I,
approach.
I guess in the face? Am I supposed to be talking?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so as you start heading towards him, you hear a loud whistle, and Old Man Catan pops his head out of the tub, and you see one of the mushrooms with his clothes in its hands, like small little mushroom hands, and it's running in. And he goes, get down and you come here, thieving clothes, and jumps out of the bath all naked and is running after him, and the little things are very wily, and he's just trying to catch it, and he goes tripping in bushes, falls, gets incredibly dirty again, and the whole time the mushrooms are just laughing their heads off.
I laugh really loudly as well.
All right, so you laugh really loudly. Let's see if you
I elbow you firmly.
I stifle
Okay.
my laughter.
I have no other way of letting him know that I'm here without freaking him out.
So he hasn't noticed you all yet. He is running around buck naked. He just starts yelling, "You stinking little refugees from a solid stand still, I'm going to kill you critters. I swear to God, I'll murder you." And then, like, he just, what was like his clean, beautiful, like pristineness is just completely covered in mud, and he's wrestling with one of these little mushrooms. When he finally notices you, he stands up, gets a very surprised look on his face, puts the clothes in front of his private area, and starts running towards the house.
And I say, wait!
I'm going to trip him.
It's okay.
Oh, you're still like at least 50 yards away at this point.
I'm going.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Okay.
Please make yourself comfortable, and we'll wait right here for you to come back. We mean no harm.
Anybody else do anything? No? Give me a persuasion
No.
check.
Because I have Flock of Familiars going, do I have any advantage? I forget what this
No,
is.
Flock of Familiars will give you advantage. They can do the help action for you.
Okay.
And you can see through their eyes as well.
I'm... that really sucked.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 2
What's your modifier?
for persuasion.
Persuasion.
5, so I have 7.
It's enough.
I am going to.
It's enough.
You don't know that. That's fine. What you gonna do?
I yelled at what I yelled.
Okay, so you yell that. He gets into the cabin. You hear some banging sound, and then the shutters open up, and he pulls out this crossbow. But you've seen large crossbows before, but this thing's almost the size of a ballista. And he sets it down on the edge of the cabin window and goes, "Get your ass back to glad I kill you like I killed the last assassin, you murderers."
We're not here
Wait,
for.
can I since I'm a bowyard, can I like identify this type
Sure,
of weapon
yeah,
or where
go
it's
for it,
from
yeah.
or something of
I'm
that
going
nature?
to arm my shield and just stand in front of everyone.
Natural 20.
Okay, this is an Imperial ballista. This is made to rupture holes of ships. If he fired this thing, you think that the concussive force would knock him to the back of the cabin. And anybody being hit with this thing would just be thoroughly impaled.
Do I know like where he might have gotten it from? Does it have a ship insignia? Is it marked with the crest of someone?
Can't really tell from this range, but you know that they were used on Imperial vessels. This thing has to be over at least 80 to 100 years old.
I'm going to try to like sneak or like away, and I'm just going to try to walk up around him. I'm still going to be like, "Whoa, we mean no harm. We're not here as assassins. We're here to help you." And I laid down my staff of breathe air and water so that he sees me lying down arms.
How far away are we from him?
You were 50 yards when all this started going
Okay,
down.
so I'm going to take my dog and try to sneak around.
Could
Okay, I
be
won't take
detrimental
the
to your
dog.
stealth. Just make you aware.
I'm gonna holler at him too.
Okay, holler away.
Like, he's very distracted by them hollering. You're like, I can sneak.
We'll get into it, don't
Sir,
worry.
sir, we're so sorry to have startled you. Are you Catan?
You guys could come kill me like last time. I took him out in the swamp. They dead. You come out here, I kill you too.
So you're going to go sneak around? Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
We're only here to kill the Sturges. That's a mighty fine Imperial ballista you have there.
16.
I'd love to inspect it. Does it need any work?
Yeah,
I'm a certified bowyer.
bowyer ballista or something.
Give me a persuasion check.
Another natural 20.
Damn. So he goes,
Yeah, this is my granddad's ballista. It's a beautiful vessel working to the little filigree. Woohoo!
It's gorgeous.
um,
Absolutely stunning.
you sneak around. He doesn't spot you because he's very distracted by
But he's can I tell that he's persuaded by her?
I just tell you just hear what you hear. So
His tone definitely changed.
All right. Is there any? So he's like in a house, his house.
yeah, he's in like a shack would be more appropriate.
Okay. I'm gonna just sit on a chair that I'm assuming is behind him and just sit.
Oh, you're sneaking into his house?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know you were sneaking into his house. Okay. It's going to take another stealth roll. You're going to try to go in through a window. You're going to have to open it.
All right.
I'm giving you the evil eye.
Well,
I have
Okay.
this under control.
So as you open the window, you look into it and you see him. He's stark naked. Like he's got dirt all over him. The ballista is attached to the wall with like some kind of mounting mechanism. And as you open it, like about 15 mushrooms turn around to look at you at the window. And they all just start bopping, going,
God damn it, Pearl!
and he turns around and he's like, God damn, sneaking him in the back. And he flips around the arrow, the giant ballista. His ass is hanging out of the window at this point, and he's got it pointed at you. He's like, get the key. The ballista's so big, you think if you fired it and it hit you, it would basically go through you.
all right. I guess I'm gonna get down.
Okay, you get down.
Okay. So the terrain is still like swamp area.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna like cover myself with mud and try to sneak in a different way.
You're gonna try to sneak in again?
Oh my god.
That's fine. That's fine. So the mushrooms come up and like shut the window that you were trying to get in, and he turns his bare ass back around, and he's got the ballista pointed at you.
And he's trying to duck me with the ballista talking to my daddy. I think I'm my own dead.
Anybody doing anything at this point?
I'm just gonna scream at her, I guess.
Yeah,
Do they see me? I'm in mud.
You're on the other side. They can't
We
really see
call
you.
you, Pearl, come back here.
I'm gonna ignore them.
Okay, that's fine.
God damn it.
It's completely your prerogative. I'm down.
Sorry, sir. She's a simple person. She can't help herself. She means you no harm. We came for the Sturgis. I show him my commission of writ.
And I said, and I said, she gets ground.
He goes talking to one of the mushrooms. One of the mushrooms just kind of comes bouncing out, and like his little hands go up to grab the writ.
I hand it to
God,
him.
I want a
It picks it.
mushroom.
And it starts bouncing and makes its way back to him. And he picks it up and starts looking at it. And he pulls out a little corn pipe and starts gnawing on it. Were you going to say something, sorry?
No, it's too late.
He goes,
oh, it's just, no assassins. There's a murder. Yeah, no.
No,
all right.
no.
Sure, no murder, death, and kill the last assassins. All right.
so he goes and opens the door to his house, comes out buck naked, realizes he's naked for a second, runs back in, puts on clothes, comes back out.
Kind of stretches out. Like, oh, sorry about that. An assassin came out there, kill him and quicksand. Yep.
There's quicksand.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's quicksand.
Oh yeah.
Do you need any more
quicksand, crocodile.
bolts for your ballista?
Oh, you can't make these bolts. Make them forever.
I might be able to craft something that
Okay.
would suit.
A little ballista. He kind of puts his arm around you and like takes you into the cabin. He's like showing you the filigree work
I
and everything.
hard shrug the arm off
Okay, it's fine.
and then give him a smile, but he's been warned.
Okay, so he kind of like shows you, and like the little mushrooms are bouncing around your legs.
Can I ask you about your mushrooms?
You
They're
know-
very interesting.
A little band, he had a little shit coming out. It was like, no, every time they saying I smoked something that's bad.
Are they magic?
Yup.
Are they an animal or are they?
I don't know.
Divination, conjuration.
I don't know. I was there like 4 months ago. They came and then they were talking to me, and I was like, "Leave
How
me
did you-
alone!" And then they were trying to sing, and I was like, "Oh, I'll teach you how to sing, you little shits." And then they were just trying to sing, and then they
How did you come upon them?
Cherokee.
Did you meet them in the wild?
no, they just came over my house. I don't know. I think they like my cigar. I don't know. Every time I did, they smoke the cigars.
Oh, do you mind if I talk to one?
Hey, you go ahead. No, I said, well, buddy, you go.
So I go find one.
Okay, there's a bunch of them. They're all around him.
I kneel down and
There's at least 50, just kind of
I
meandering.
examine one. Are there mouths and
Sure.
eyes or
Yeah.
just a little?
Yeah, they have large pupilled eyes. They have small mouths. They have multiple little feet that come off of the bottom of the mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
They do have little small hands that come out of the top of the dome.
Uh-huh.
They're very like just 2 fingers. That's it.
Oh my god.
They sound really cute.
I know I want one so bad. I hold out my 2 fingers and see if they want to shake hands.
They just kind of ignore you and kind of move back towards Catan.
I'm gonna just real quick take my boot off, take my sock off, and just try and maybe lure one with my musty sock that I've been wearing for 3 weeks.
It gets kind of close and it goes, and then just kind of like runs away back.
Why do you offer
Yeah.
some money
It's a
for
fungus,
cigar?
doesn't it want to
I'm
like live
just
in a
Maybe
musty
go to the cigar
Letting you know
house.
what they do.
Okay.
Or do you
What's
don't
his
have to
name?
Catan.
Catan?
Catan. Do you think I might try to smoke one of your cigars? Can I have a puff?
you can. You see the lights guy.
I think this is a bad
Hey,
idea.
shit, no, do it. Be good. I got 5 here. You go.
He gives you 5 cigars.
He's a little off.
He's best. This is one we best. We love
Maybe
it.
she knows something about these.
I haven't entered the house. I waited outside of said house. And
I'm still outside the house. And
I don't know where she is.
The smell of the last one is still lingering, just so you
We're
know.
all
Oh
outside.
yeah,
It's
there
very
is.
not-
Bad
No, we
smell.
went into
But
the
it's
house.
like-
You guys
yeah.
went into the house.
But he gives you 5.
Okay. I say thank you. I take the cigars. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Are you sure? I don't need 5. I'd be happy with 1.
Oh, I just have a passion. You can make it. All of it right.
All right, I'll take the 5. Thank you so much. And I whisper to little Smokey,
Oh, shit.
and I
Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I offer little Smokey, hey, do you want a puff of this? I know that you like to
He
eat things that burn.
he pops out and he's like,
Burnable.
and he kind of like grabs it and just like blows on it. And just the stench that comes out is amazing. Everybody roll a con check, DC 12 with disadvantage.
Wait,
Even
I'm
if
still
you're-
outside.
It doesn't matter. Everything within 100 yards gets hit with this.
Wait,
but
can
they
I
have advantage because they have luck of familiars.
Huh?
No.
Advantage.
No, not on that. Just on combat stuff.
Okay, can I get my observations out before all of this happens?
Yeah. What do you want to do? Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to look at the wildlife and see if everything seems kind of normal around the area.
Looking around the area, the normality. Okay. It's very weird that these wild creatures are basically around this human. It's just odd. And it looks like they're very attached to him for some reason. And this is not the norm.
Mm.
As far as animals go, observation, you do see cat paw prints around. Like just a small house cat.
Just like normal stuff you'd
Right.
see.
But there's no lizards, there's no snakes, there's no like
Normal
bugs
swamp
or
creatures.
swamp creatures that normally would
There's no
basically
bugs?
none of them. That would basically infest the whole area.
Okay.
Weird.
What were our rolls? What did we get?
Disadvantage?
What was the roll again?
Is it a saving throw, con?
Constitution saving throw.
18.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage.
That makes sense.
Yep.
5, 7.
7. Okay.
12.
10.
18.
So 1
Two
success. Everybody
failures.
else? Okay.
Wait, what did you
I
get,
did
Pearl?
12.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So I saved.
You're the only one saved. So there's a stench that comes out that if you took, oh God, I don't even want to describe this to you. Just know it's the worst smell you've ever experienced in your existence. It's so bad you immediately start to have a gag reflex and are nauseated. And
Does the bubble of air, fresh air around our mouths that I breathed help?
not in this case, unfortunately.
Oh,
Lauren
come
does,
on.
so we're
The
gonna
smoke
do
just
it.
kind of saturates and it clings. It clings to everything. It clings to clothes. It clings to the grass. It's clinging to everything. The stench is just reeking. So for the next 24 hours, you're going to have disadvantage on Constitution saves,
God.
But not me.
but not you.
Does it still cling to my clothes?
Yeah, still clings to your clothes.
Does it cling to my metal?
I'm in mud. What if I bathe?
No, just a cloth. Just a no. You're in what?
She
I
has
cover
mud
myself
all
in
over her
mud.
body.
So what
Oh,
if I
yeah.
bathe in the swamp?
It's still it's saturated. Like it saturates everything. Just
It's like skunk spray, basically.
pretty much. Yeah.
and my dog's
and-
high too.
And little Smokey just kind of like backs up. Let's see how he does. Yeah, he digs it. He's into it. He keeps going.
Rolls in it.
I pull it away from
And
him.
he's like slaps your hand away.
Come on, get back here.
And he's like running around.
I have 4 more, and I won't give them to you if you don't give me this one back.
And he kind of like throws it at you.
All right,
And he goes
grab it.
back in his hood and you can hear him pouting.
Do the mushrooms?
He's in his room with his arms crossed, like kicking your back like with his feet.
I try to give you nice things.
Do the mushrooms do anything? No, because said the cigars like cigars.
So, oh yeah, that is a good thing. So while the cigar is being smoked, the mushrooms are all looking at the cigar. Like all their stares are popping there. When you flick it, they all kind of like look down at where the cigar flicked down.
Okay.
And they're just kind of concentrating. And as I don't know if you ever smoked cigars, as it starts to like kind of like dim out and the embers dying, they kind of blow on it to keep it going. But it doesn't like they're breathing the smoke in, they're just kind of blowing on it to keep it smoking.
I go down and I I stamp out the cigar.
Okay,
What's left of it.
They kind of like try to stop you from doing that.
I don't.
They're just kind of crowding around it.
Yeah, I understand. I grab it
Okay.
and I do stuff it out.
Okay. You see like all their domes kind of shift down like shoulders and they all kind of just go walking by.
I wonder why they're having this reaction to it. Do they like the smell of it so much, or is it?
Doesn't appear so.
Nobody's seen these ever.
Can I roll anything on this to understand what is happening?
This would be a knowledge nature, I think.
I'm not trained in nature,
Yeah, there you go.
but I have a +2. Can I roll? A natural
Yeah,
roll?
anybody can roll.
Well, I'm
18?
curious. I'm gonna roll.
18.
18. You do realize that whatever this is, it is definitely keeping away the local wildlife and creatures.
That's not good. It's a natural system to things.
I really want a mushroom friend.
But if it scares you, little Smoky.
Can I try anything to befriend them?
If you tell me what you want to do, we can see what happens.
Give them the rest of that cigar.
Sure. I do put the cigar out and
Okay.
I offer it to one of the mushrooms.
Just looks at you confused.
I'm so
It's got to be burning. All right, I give up on the two-finger mushroom that I want as a pet.
Okay.
I just kind of. I look also. If I had a mushroom cap, it would be wilted down.
Okay. Gotcha.
Thank you for the cigars. I can't say that I enjoy the smell. What is it?
You did it a million for like 30 years. And my daddy was nuts. Not do it now.
What does it do? What's the effect?
It's gonna get you high.
It is swamp weed.
But he makes himself, so it's like the outgrown shit.
So he starts looking over your writ, and he kind of looks up to you. He's like,
Oh, you just hear sturgeon and then gonna get them and fix it for the lady. Yep, and go back glass.
Yep, you
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, gotta go down there to like the 50 yard. You're gonna get on my boat. And you go down there and then you go do the thing. You're gonna see them. You're going in the puddle because that's where they all come down in there. Okay. But you gotta watch out for the crack. And then there's a big bucket thing.
What? Hold on.
Yeah.
I got
Sorry.
it. I got it.
Crack.
It's
like
a big crack. Yeah,
crocodile.
Crocodile.
They come out and they be like, ah. They're good eating them. Ah. Like a stew.
I'll bring you some if we
Yeah.
can.
All right. And you can go and see the puddle with the big old eggs and you just have a pop, pop, pop,
Puddle
pop,
with
pop,
the big old eggs.
Yeah.
That's where the sturgeons come out of.
All right.
50 yards down, get on the
A
boat.
little more, and then you go, yeah, you're going to keep on, and you should see,
Okay.
Yeah. oh, you can use my boat. You got to be under my boat be mean.
We'll bring the boat back.
Okay, my boat is, you got to be mean, you got to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
so he goes over to his boat, and as he's going to the boat, a bunch of little mushrooms come jumping up, and they kind of push him back, and he's like, "You should move to the." And then just as they're pushing back, a giant crocodile just comes right out of the water, slams onto the deck, and it explodes everywhere. It goes and bites into one of the mushroom creatures and whips it back and forth, and this huge cloud of like spores just goes everywhere, and the
Cover my
crocodile
mouth.
like eats it,
I'm going to cover my mouth.
eats it, jumps it down, and then starts coming forward to attack Catan. So at this point, we will go to commercial, and then we'll come back and do initiative. Hey, podcast listeners. This is Steve, your dungeon master. This is the part in the podcast where we ask you to go onto iTunes or Stitcher or whatever you're listening to us on and give us a 5-star review of some kind. That would be most appreciated. The best thing you could do for us, though, is tell friends about us. That's the more people we get listening, the better we feel about ourselves. Beyond that, please go visit our website. If you're really curious about any of your heroes, we do a whole character background on them just on the website that you can listen to individually, one-on-one. And it also connects to any of our social media platforms, Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, any of that fun stuff. But you know, the main thing that we want from you is free stuff. So send us pictures that you draw or dice or any kind of fun little constructs you have, and we'll put it up on our website with any kind of Instagram or link you want. That's it. Thanks for listening. Welcome back, everybody. There's a hidden message in this episode if you can catch it. But anyway, let's go back to initiatives. So let's roll them out. Penny, what do you got?
15.
15? Okay. Pearl?
Or 12.
And Jules?
15.
Who's got the higher dex?
I have a +2.
3.
Atrissa.
8.
Fair enough.
First place.
Bringing up the rear.
Sir Crocolists. All right. So Penny, you see all this go down. You have the wit of action to act. What would you like to do?
How close am I to the swamp shark?
Looking at the board,
It's a crocodile.
35 feet away.
Okay, and that's where the guy is.
Catan's basically 10 feet away from it, yeah. It looks weird. The crocodile, his eyes, his pupils have dilated like all the way open. And there's like a blue ring basically around the whites of his eyes.
How far away from me from his cabin?
Cabin's probably about 80 feet back.
We gotta get that missile thing.
Okay.
No, it's mounted to the wall. You can't carry it. You're too small.
But it probably can hit it if it could hit us earlier.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just gonna fire away at it, I guess.
Sure.
Let's see.
You're a very large crossbow.
Do I still have Flock of Familiars going?
I would say yes. It's been less than an hour at this point.
So does that give her anything?
Is she using one of your familiars?
Yeah, I said I put a ball on each one of their shoulders.
Okay, sure. So you'll have advantage on your attack.
Awesome.
Well, it's not a ball, it's a dragonfly.
Yeah, just the first attack, though.
Gonna need it. 16 to hit.
Yeah, your coral finds true.
By the way, is that a first or second level spell?
Second. It lasts for an hour, and it does take concentration.
12 points of damage.
Ooh. You hear from the crocodile. Very sedated growl.
He's stoned too.
Probably.
I mean, there was so much smoke.
Bonus movement.
I mean, I want to save this guy,
Jules, you're on deck.
but I don't want to die. So it's 35 feet away.
Correct.
Of course.
Does anyone have a net?
I think I do have a net. But I'm just going to stay. I'm going to move up 10 feet, I guess.
Okay, sounds good.
Or 15 feet. I want to be able to grab him and pull him back in my next turn. Maybe.
I have a web.
Web the croc. My turn's done.
Jules, what do you got?
I am going to cast web with my wand
Okay.
on the crocodile from where I am standing. It's a 60-foot range. Am I 60 feet away?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
What's the DC save, do you know?
Yes. Spell save DC is 13.
Versus dexterity, I believe, right?
Let's see.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, you fire the web at it. The crocodile sees it coming. It flicks its tail over its head as the web's coming, catches the tail, and flings it back into the swamp.
Well, that didn't work out how I expected it to.
Natural 20, by the way. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
You're in your 20s.
It's a
Yeah.
badass croc.
Bonus movement, anything? You know, these
As
weighted
a
dice are
bonus
expensive, but they're worth it.
action, I'm going to take my sorcery points and turn them into a spell slot.
Okay, done. Okay, any movement?
I think I'm okay back here.
All right, Pearl, you little murder hobo. What do you got?
All right. Since I can breathe underwater, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna get. Where's so where we're at is just like grassy terrain,
It's grassy moss, yeah.
and then where would the water be?
Right there.
Over here. No,
Yeah.
the way around. Just I have
Yeah.
to go right up. To
All the darker portions are water.
Okay.
Yep.
So the nearest place that I can see that's kind of like out of his line of sight, I'm gonna like try to go over there.
Okay.
Like here?
25.
Can I undo that bonus action and just leave them sorcery points?
That's fine.
Okay. And that will be all for my movement right
Attack?
now. I'm not going to attack.
You don't have a ranged weapon? That's weird.
Huh?
You have a ranged
I
weapon?
do, but I'm trying to sneak.
Okay.
So I feel like it won't be very sneaky.
Up to you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can
You
you use
have
your
a-
bonus action to hide?
Yeah, that's what would be my bonus action.
Okay. Bonus action hide. Done.
No, but you can attack and then use your bonus action to hide.
Okay, sure. I will use my light crossbow. Whatever
Okay.
you call it.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll to attack. You should have advantage because you have one of those
Mm-hmm.
blocks of familiars on
So roll
one of
twice.
those testicle
Take
familiars hanging off it.
It's a
It's
dragonfly.
a dragonfly
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry.
They guilted me.
we'll retcon that back into dragonfly.
Okay, 15 on the die and then 6.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
And you do get your sneak
Sneak
attack
attack.
because you have advantage. I believe it's 2d6 plus 1d8
Yeah.
plus your dex modifier.
8, 4, and 5. And my dex modifier is 4.
21.
21. Okay. As it's flicking the net with its tail, you fire at its under area, its soft, squishy underside. You manage to make contact right underneath the tail, and it lodges a bolt like right into its tail.
And I may use my bonus action to hide.
Now it is its turn. It will. I'm assuming it's going to go for Catan. So it goes to attack.
Oh!
When you hit it in its
Gotta get
tail,
money back for those weighted die.
Roll a natural one, by the way. When you hit its tail, it like slaps its tail down, and the bolt goes deeper into it, and it starts squirming back and forth from the soft tissue damage and then the pain. And it gets closer to Catan, but it doesn't get to bite down. Okay. Let's see if he loses his secondary.
Does Catan or the mushrooms get attacks?
Catan will go after this guy. We'll try to slap him with his tail, though. And it goes very wide. It's completely disoriented from the bolt in its tail.
Little Smokey pipes up too, so he's like an initiative.
Okay, he'll go on your initiative. So,
Oh, mine?
Yeah. So Catan looks at the thing and then it goes, "Get me near the boats to run! Get away from my boat!" And he punches at it.
It's very
Makes contact with it. Does about 2 points of damage on its snoz, and then runs away 30 feet.
Can I tame a gator?
All things are possible. Matrissa, what do you got?
I'm going to move up next to Penny.
Okay.
Got my shield and my grovel out. And I'm going to toll the dead.
Boom.
That is a wisdom saving throw, please.
I made it.
Oh, that is a big wisdom saving throw.
I got 18 on the dice.
And I'm going to bonus action taunt it with my words.
Okay.
Your teeth are pointy. That's all I got.
Okay. It looks in your direction, but it's looking through you. So, okay.
That's fine.
Penny.
All right. I'm gonna just go for it again with my crossbow.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That was that, right? And 7 points of damage.
Okay. You definitely make contact with him. Bonus movement. Anything I need to know about?
I'm going to.
Jules, you're on deck.
What's the deal with my Horn of Blasting? Is that like limited uses per day?
Yes.
And it's an action.
Correct.
I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
I'll stay in front of Catan. There you go.
Sounds good. Okay. Got it. Jules, you're up.
Little Smokey comes out of my hood from the ruckus that he's heard, and he breathes out a 15-foot cone of smoldering ash for his cinder breath.
Okay.
And each creature in that area must succeed on a DC 10 Dex saving throw or be blinded. He breathes right at the crocodile to try to blind him.
Okay, so he's not even close to the crocodile.
Did you just blind us?
You're gonna hit all your allies and none of the crocodile.
Okay, but can't Little Smokey come away from me, or does he have to be? He's a little smoke thing.
Right. He can. That's what you want. So you're trying to get him to
Move
Okay.
forward a bit.
tell me how you're gonna do this.
Little Smokey comes from behind my head, and I.
No.
float.
How are you
tell him.
going to command him to attack the crocodile?
Oh,
Give him one of the cigars.
how do I command him? Okay, Smokey,
It comes up.
do your thing. Blind him,
Acting.
and I
Kinda.
give him a match.
He snags the match and goes running onto the ground. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what his movement is. Does it tell you what his
Does he
movement
run
is
on
there?
the ground?
I don't know. What's his movement there?
Speed is 30 fly and 30
Fly.
foot.
Okay, so he flies 30. He flies up 20. Breathes out. Let's start over. He jumps out, grabs the match from you, gives you a dirty look, flies out
Why?
20
He's-
feet.
That's his
Like-
food. He likes the matches.
It's not the match. He eats the match and it like kind of bursts in his mouth, and he just gets this huge smile on his face. Breathes in heavily and blows out like hot ember. You close enough? Oh, moving 5 feet forward more. Okay. What's the DC save?
10
Okay. What is it for? DC
dexterity saving throw.
dexterity? Okay. Definitely gets in the crocodile's very wide, dilated eyes. And then what does it do?
It blinds him until the end of the end of Smokey's next turn.
So Smokey's just sitting there.
I go up to Smokey.
Uh-huh.
I move up to Smokey.
Okay.
Has Smokey used all of his movement?
It's got 5 feet left.
Okay, then I step back 5 feet away, back. And I ask Smokey to come back to me.
Okay. He doesn't really understand what you're talking about, but
Why not?
because you guys don't speak the same language.
How did he understand what I wanted him to do in the first place?
Because
then?
you kind of pointed at the thing and told
Okay,
him to
so
attack. So you got that.
I open my hood and I offer him my hood. Like I open my hood, like, hey, come back home.
Okay, you have to move forward 5 feet, and then you can get into your hood.
Okay.
Okay, done.
And so he's safely in my home, and I moved 15 feet to get up there.
That didn't provoke him.
No, he didn't get close enough. It was ranged.
Oh, got it.
And I am going to. Do I throw a fireball, guys?
That
He's, like,
seems
in
a
the
little
water.
extreme.
He's like in the water. I don't know.
All right, fine then. I will cast magic missile.
Okay,
Magic missile.
roll them out.
It's 3d4 plus 4?
No,
4d4 plus 4.
3d4 plus 3.
there you go.
3d4 plus 3. Gotcha. We got a whole lot of nothing. 2, 4, 6, 7 points of damage.
Okay, 7 points of damage. Hey, everything counts.
Hey, but is there anything for it being blinded?
It has disadvantage on saves and attacks
Oh.
and things like that. Okay, bonus action? Anything?
If I didn't use all my movement going forward, I would like to back up now.
Okay.
I don't think I did.
Gotcha. Pearl, you're up.
All right. Move 5 more feet up, and then I'm going to attack with my light cross again.
Sure. You have
And a sneak
advantage.
attack too, right?
I also hand Little Smokey 2 matches in thanks.
Okay, kind of snatches them out of your hand.
12 plus 8.
20? Yeah, that
25.
hits.
Cool. And 2d6. Wait. 6, 5, 4, and plus 6. So 12, 21.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. You managed to lodge another one in the soft tissue. It's very angry at you.
And then means my bonus action high.
Got it. Okay, so after Pearl, it's time for the giant croc. It'll roll up and attack Trissa.
You wanted it to see me, didn't you?
I did. Well, you're the one doing the most damage to it. So it comes up and it's kind of like pawing at its eyes and just starts wildly attacking the area it saw you at before. Let's see what happens. We'll hit an AC of 12.
Negative.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, and then the tail kind of sweeps around. That's going to hit a 19 AC.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be 19 points of bludgeoning damage. And you need to make a DC 16 strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah.
It's blinded, remember?
I know.
Yeah, no, that was disadvantage. That was a
disadvantage.
crit.
I rolled a critical and a 14.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a crit. That's not. I go and fail.
Okay.
I give Smokey another match.
I don't know.
Is he happy?
he's like a disgruntled teenager. He'll take whatever you give him, but you feel him like leaning against your back.
To
Do
be
the
happy is
familiars
so
give advantage on saving
Saving
throws?
No, they only give advantage on attacks. Yeah. Okay, so you'll take that damage and then you're prone as well as you get knocked down by that huge tail sweep. Okay.
You're KO'd?
I've fallen. and I
No,
can't
she just
get
got
up.
knocked over.
Oh, good.
Now it is your turn to try.
Well, I get up.
I figured that would happen.
This takes a new perspective on things. I'm gonna attack with my crawl.
Okay,
I'm gonna smack him.
get him.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna talk like Catan, rest of the game. Or they gonna miss. It's gonna miss a lot.
Do
Okay.
you have advantage?
Oh, I have advantage.
You
I
do
lied.
have advantage.
It might not miss. It's still gonna miss.
Actually, the croc can see now because it has disadvantage just till the end of its turn. Now it's
No, end of
That's
No,
turn.
end of
Smokey's
end
turn.
of
that's what it says in the description.
yeah, Little Smokey's
Okay.
turn.
But what was your
It's a
attack.
10.
No, that won't
10.
hit.
Yeah. It's not.
Okay, it's kind of flailing wildly, and you're getting yourself up, and you're just kind of backhandedly
I'm
probabling
gonna be
it.
like, ow, that hurts. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay, done. Penny, you're up.
All right. I'll move up to it.
Okay,
Can you trip a crocodile?
they
Right?
can fall down.
Why not? Right. Okay,
Roll
I'm gonna
over
move
on
up
his back.
to it, and I'm gonna use my short sword, my mad dog
Okay.
sword, to take a swipe at it. That's
You have
gonna be
advantage.
24. I don't need it.
Could roll a crit.
So
24 hit.
okay, great. It's gonna be 7 points of damage with my short sword, and I'm
Okay.
gonna use my special ability to also use my hand crossbow. It's gonna be 19 to hit.
You have advantage on that too.
It's gonna be 4 points of damage because I rolled like shit.
So as you approach it, it's swinging its tail basically where Trista was, and you bring your sword down on its head and hit it, like just slash it open. And it just opens its mouth to go, brah! And then while its mouth's open, you just stick your crossbow in there and shoot it. It fires right back to the back of its skull. And it just goes, ah, go.
Yes,
Ugh.
it's dead, guys. It's
Oh.
dead.
All right. And Katan comes walking up to it, looks at it, and goes, "Hey, this is make a meal out of that thing. It's not getting gross." Ugh. So as you look at it, this is like the most emaciated looking crocodile that you have ever seen. It's just kind of leather on bones. It looks like it hasn't eaten for a very long time.
I'd like to look at its eyes and see if its eyes are still funny.
Yeah, its pupils are super dilated, like super, and it's got like the resin of basically that mushroom all over its snout and all in its mouth.
And it's got like blue rings, you said, around
Yeah.
the eyes? Okay.
Because all of its food is gone because of these mushroom things.
Okay, with that, let's go ahead and end the episode, and we'll kick back on the next one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.